skin hates me, I'm breaking out something awful, and we are going to talk about patting, because that's what we do here. God, I look awful. Okay, so what this video is supposed to be is an introduction to my 9 by New Year's. I've already actually started this, but I didn't actually film it like a dumbass, but yeah, it's been in the works. So some of these items I've already used up a little bit of the product in there, but most of these stuff still has a lot to go. So I guess this is intro / update 1. So I guess let's get started. I'm going to move from base up. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer. I don't actually remember where I got this, but I do know that it's my second one. It isn't like the greatest primer ever. It's a little bit slippery for my taste. You can see it. It's just a normal silicone primer, and then you just move it around. And it doesn't feel greasy. It just feels so slippery. I'm confused how it even like the Smashbox one kind of feels like it's a little bit more stay in place-y. It's not that I don't like this. It's a good primer. It's just very mediocre compared to other things I've tried. And I don't know how old this is. Nope, that's the wrong thing. This thing unscrews, so I'm just trying to unscrew the correct cap thing. See how much I have left. So I have this much left. Hang on. About that much left, if I'm looking at this right. So not much more to go. So I do think that I'd be able to finish this rather easily. I'll be glad to have it out of my collection, even though, it served me well. It was the first primer I ever bought, but there are better ones out there, even though this one's really cheap. Item 2. This is Rimmel's BB cream in the matte version and in the shade Light. Got this when I was first getting into makeup. It's way too dark for me. I guess I'm considered fair, but it's really, really dark for me, and considering I'm heavily self-tanned right now, it's a good time to use it up. I can't actually tell how much I have left because the bottle doesn't get transparent when you hold it against a light, but oh, it's expired. That's great. It expired in 2017. See that? Oh, jeez. It's still fine, I think. I mean, it doesn't, does it smell funny? I don't think it smells funny. I mean, it still smells the same as when I got it, and there's only a little bit left in here. I can't really tell by holding it up, but I can shake it, and it makes noise. Hear that? There's a lot of space in the bottle, so I do think it's almost done. I normally mix this with either primer or moisturizer, or I'll just put on the teensiest bit because I only need out of my foundation unless I'm breaking out, as now, but I'm getting some The Ordinary products for that. Anyway, unless I'm breaking out, I just want super, super sheer coverage, just enough to have a slightly perfecting evening base. So, okay, powder. This is the Milani Powder Foundation, the Even Touch Powder Foundation in 02 Fresco. They were out of the 01 shade when I purchased this. Again, when I was first getting into makeup. So, I was like, oh, it's just the next shade down. No, wrong. This stuff is so dark compared to what I usually am. Let's see if I can get a good swatch going. That's just a reminder to charge something, but you can see how dark that is compared to my skin tone. All I have is the stuff around the edge. This stuff goes fast, I'm surprised. So there's a good swatch, and you can see how dark it is compared to my face. My whole entire body is usually the same color, with the exception of the outside of my forearms, but the rest of it is normally just the same color as my hand. So that's a pretty good comparison to how it's on my face when it's not tan. No. Now that I'm self-tan though, and I'm using this, which is already too dark for me when I'm not tan, I figure I might as well use up this too dark for me powder. There goes my brush. I think I'll be able to finish this really easy. I might have to repress it so I can get more on my brush. Actually, I think that's what I might do after filming this. It's been an okay powder foundation. It doesn't have like very much coverage, but I don't need much coverage out of anything. It's not like creamy, but I guess you could call it creamy. Like, it's not powdery, but there's powder that comes off, but it's not like how you would normally define something as powdery, if that makes any sense. Okay, item 3, I think. This is the e.l.f. blush in Candid Coral. I already have a pretty good pan going here, I would say. I should be able to finish this up. But this annoys me for the sole reason that you see how that looks in the pan. That's not how it transfers onto the face. Also, it like has like a weird texture in the pan. Like it's rough and bumpy, but that's not what I'm talking about. Let's see if I can get a strong enough swatch. This stuff is like the least like blushy thing on the planet. So can you see that? Right there. It's basically a it's almost all just a golden sheen with a slight hint of peach, I would say. This isn't a coral blush at all. This is definitely very, very peachy. There we go. That's dark enough swatch. It's like so much blush. Holy frick. It's like a satin tone, but it's also it's a very strong gold reflect, and I can use this as a highlighter unless I cake it on, in which case it's a blush. And I've almost been considering using it as a blush topper because of just how gold and sheeny it is. But with the pan I have in this, I do think that I'll be able to finish this up no problem. I might pull in a few more blushes because this is boring AF, and it looks kind of weird with the darker foundation and powder I'm wearing. Like, it doesn't come off really as a blush. You can't really see it that well, and I prefer my blushes to be just like a little strong, if that makes any sense. Like, I really like using like bronzy colors as blush because it gives me like that strong effect. I was mistaken. That was the 4th item. Okay, I'm not even sure if this really counts. If I finish this up too fast, I'll just pull in another thing because there's only a teensy bit of that left. This is a Maybelline eyeliner in something. It's in something. I use this for my brows. I think this is probably one of the best brow things I've ever used. It's not even really a brow thing. It outlines my brows really well, and in the front I can get that really good fade effect really easily. And I've had this not for a long time, but I never thought to use it as an eyebrow pencil. And there is a swatch-madoo. 6th item is this LOC Heart Tati eyeshadow crayon in Impress Me. This is from Birchbox. Way back when I had Birchbox, probably like 2 years ago, maybe more. It's still good. I think it's a really pretty like bronzy shade. And it sets. It sets and it doesn't smudge. Even though sometimes, like if my lids get really oily, what'll happen is it'll set and then it'll like kind of not move around, but the way it'll wear off, it'll leave like a weird black residue. I guess it like probably has like a black base or something. But I sometimes use this as eyeshadow primer and sometimes as eyeliner or as a lower lid shadow, and it's a really good one shadow look. As primer, it definitely does work because of the smudge proofness, but you have to be going for something a little bit darker. This will not work as a primer at light colors. I've kind of considered maybe using it in my brows, even though I don't know how bronzy brows would look, but I am all for the shower is making noise again. Anyway, power through. I am all for the different makeup. I really like having different things. Like I did my brows hot pink for a while, so it wouldn't be that different to have bronzy brows. This is a sample of the Touch and Soul Metalist Liquid Foil and Glitter Shadow Duo. I'm using this up because, not because of the glitter, but because of the liquid shadow is starting to like dry up a little bit in there. It is really pretty though. It's like super, super foiled. This looks like a molten. Like, it just looks like you spread like liquid, sorry, I'm spreading out on my hand. Like you spread like liquid metal on your eyelid. Focus. Look at that. It's beautiful. But yeah, so that side's drying up, and it's so pretty that I don't want to let it dry up before I get some use out of it. Hopefully finish it. And then this side is the glitter side. So this is supposed to go... Oh geez, I just spilled glitter. This is supposed to go over that. So you're just supposed to like press this over it and just kind of... And I need to get more. It's kind of this up here. So you're supposed to just kind of press it over that, and it just like sticks to it and creates the most amazing glitter eye ever. Look at that. It's finally focusing, but it's just so intense, and I love it, and it's perfect for the holidays. Like when you want like just like a pop of like festive, merry cheer. This is definitely what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna put the liquid shadow on my inner corner just because that's like kind of close to my tear duct, and if this thing is drying up, I don't know if that's like not safe or something. Anyway, I'm gonna continue this video with the one glitter eyelid. Second to last item is this NYX Butter Lipstick in the shade, where are you? Ripe Berry. This was from Ipsy not 2 years ago. It wasn't from this past January, it was from January 2017. Maybe February, one of those. Might have been it was probably February. I do remember that the other option was Lifeguard though, but this is like a really nice lipstick. I've already used probably almost half of it, if not more than half. So I guess I'm probably just going to keep markings on the tube from where I am for like my check-ins, but this is just a, kind of like, it's not like a berry, but it's like a cranberry red, I'd say. Just put some on. It's like that. I find it looks really good with almost anything. It's just like a really good like neutral lipstick. Not neutral. It's obviously not a neutral, but it goes, I'm looking for the expiry date. It goes with most stuff. So, and it's super comfortable and it's moisturizing. So this is a really good thing to try to use up in the winter, because I feel like besides getting use out of it and using it up, I'll also be like, you know, it's like a balm, but not a balm. That makes perfect sense. Where's my last item? And we come to the last item. This is like an old e.l.f. gloss. It's not like so old and unsafe, but like I didn't want to throw it out because it's so pretty and so glittery. Let's see. Does it show up? Oh, it's right there. Just like really glittery, and it gives almost any lip product that it's over just like this beautiful sheen. It's like, it doesn't look like glitter. See if you can see. See? Right there. Like, it gives like this, it looks like more than lip gloss, but it doesn't look like just shimmer. I like this. It's not iridescent either. It's so hard to describe, but I love this gloss so much. I just really wish that they still made it, because I can't find it, and it's so brilliant, and it goes with anything you put it over. It's just like such a versatile lipstick. And shimmer glosses I find are like really good for the holidays. They just like the eyeshadow. They just feel festive and they really get you in the mood for the holiday season. Those are the things I'm going to pan for my 9 by New Year's. I am aware that there's a 9 by New Year's like group thing that's going on. I'm not part of that. I just want to do this. So consider this my intro and update, because of course I've been using these things since like November 1st-ish. So I guess this is like halfway, more than halfway, through November, but most of these things you will see probably mostly used up. I imagine the powder foundation, the eyebrow pencil, maybe the lipstick will all like be used up by next check-in, and by the end of it I do think I'm going to finish most of these things. The only thing that I might not is the primer, because there's a lot of stuff in that, or the shadow stick, because you can't really always use the same shadow every day unless you're using it as a base, which I can, but then I'll have to go with only darker looks, etc. There's glitter all over my pants right now. But anyway, that's it for now. AFK.